are you asking me the time? I don't understand. It's with my mouse and my keyboard. Normally it's functioning. PM and AM. 8 PM. And 14. Oh, wow. If I'm beginning to have issues. Okay. Fuck, I need to read you. Before we get started, can I just say something? C is beginning to ask me question. Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you've booted up the game. Yes. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. No, I'm not doing that. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock and I appreciate that. No worries. That's how I know that you care about these experiments. You're paying attention. Always! I'm always trying to pick up clues everywhere and all. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Why do I think that you're lying? Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. The thing is that in English, you're using the you for our French tu and vous. And you know, when you're saying tu, it's to someone that you appreciate. It's a familiar way to talk to someone. Vous, it's really for someone that you respect, someone that you're formal with. Right there, I have the impression that this game is too familiar with me, and I'm really translating into my head is you by tu. Do you understand what I mean? Like each time that I'm reading a sentence in English using you, each time into my mind I'm translating it to tu or vous. And right there, automatically I transformed it into tu, into the familiar thing. Okay, what deal? Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. The game knows you, maybe. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time, you've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. Okay, we're back here. Let's go, guys! Let's go! Why am I anxious? I have the impression that this game is gonna play with me. The fact that it's talking to me like that, you know, in such a familiar way. Okay. Begin the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I'm Stanley?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk.
So far it's Severance, I think.
To push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
He was paid to make an easy job.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Ah! Huh? Can I check things before leaving? Where is the... I stepped out of my office. Can I click on things or not? Can I interact? It's E. Ah, interact, it's E, Laura.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Like, I know where is the meeting room. Wait, it means...
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
He's mocking me! There is a piece of paper right there. I can't read it. He's mocking me! See, I knew that this game would mock me. What a strange form. Who farted? It's who farted, which is right and here. Okay, everything is fine. Best dad. Okay, cool. What is right hand here? Can I zoom? No, I can't zoom. On-site committee? Okay, where is the meeting room? Apparently you're not gonna let me do anything. I like work. I just ate my boss. Nice. Smile. Click it 20 times. I can? Well, I did more than 20 times. It didn't change anything. Ah! Can't see behind the windows. Again, is it Severance? Ah! There is something into this computer. Ah! But I turned it off! I don't even know what I did! What the fuck? I can't see if I can interact with things. Be my Valentine. But no. Who farted? Once again, already you have a kind of humor into this office. Surname access. Now I'm hesitating on clicking on stuff. Maybe it's gonna be turned off once again. Oh, but that's it. I did the mistake again. Okay, I'm not gonna click on anything anymore. Who farted? Oh, where is the meeting room? Mais it's big, like it's a labyrinth.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And if I decide to go to the right, you're gonna say what? Are you testing if I'm obeying to you?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
That's exactly what I want to do. They left in a hurry, like really, and the fact that they didn't warn you, Stanley. Are you dead, Stanley? In fact, maybe since the beginning you're dead. I would be interested to go into that room, I don't know why.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley
Why can't
simply
I see
stood here,
outside?
drinking it all in.
Can I sit? Can I sit? I can't even sit. Can I have a drink?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Maybe. I just want, like...
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
I think that it's reflecting on the fact that I don't want to obey to
Stanley
someone.
sat around waiting for more dialogue. When a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
I love the meta thing. But really, it's just showing that I don't appreciate to obey to
But at last, he'd had enough
a
of the
voice.
amazing room.
An
and took
inner
the
voice
first
or
open door on
someone
his
else.
left to get back to business.
Yes, I went right. But they are not letting me interact with anything. I hate that. Ah! Huh?
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, went straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Fuck, I should have continued directly just to mess with you. I just want to continue to mess with this guy. Like, really?
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
I just want to disobey to that voice. Each time that this voice is gonna tell me to do something, I'm gonna do the contrary. I prefer to warn you. I have read that thing about not obeying. Because, I'm not your fucking war. And the fact that into my real life, you know, as a kid, as a teenager, I was the Hermione.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Ta gueule. Shut the fuck up. The fact that into my life, you know, when I was a kid and a teenager, I was an Hermione, you know, I was always...
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
He's messing with me because I'm messing with him.
No,
I was always front row, always responding to all questions, obeying and all.
Right.
Now as an adult,
Yep. Okay.
I don't want to obey.
I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Ah. Huh? Down? Ah! What the fuck is that?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
No.
Okay. We just have to get back to
You're keeping an eye on all of us.
Rubbish now. The whole story.
You have a
completely
camera around,
unusable.
all of us.
How about rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay. From
Who
the
got
top.
fired? One of them got fired. Am I continuing to mess with him?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The computers with which I messed, they're Okay, because you truly restarted things? Because right there it's not off. Oh fuck! Poor Dogo, poor you, Ezilion, I'm sorry. You, Ezilion, you missed a moment with me messing with the inner voice, of this game. I don't want to obey to that inner voice. And because of that, he made me restart the game. Like, he forced the restart of the game. But let's say that if I have that possibility of, again, disobeying, I'm gonna do it.
When Stanley... Wait, what?
Ah!
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely
Normally,
fresh.
we had these
Everything
two
should
doors
be...
opened.
Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or...
We have so many more of
Why am
the
I asking
doors.
you?
So many
I'm the
more
one
doors.
who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere.
It's Stefan,
Okay,
is
then.
there?
It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to take door number 4. I don't know why. Ah, 4 and 5, they were communicating. Okay. What time is it? It's not the time that I told you that it was, is
I'll
it?
say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before.
Yeah.
Do we need to restart the game again?
No!
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this.
That's it.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
That's it. I was lost. You can restart? I was lost.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Nothing changed right there into these rooms. No, nothing's changed. I hate Mondays. Me too. Ah! No doors anymore!
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
You didn't let me check things. You didn't let me. Can I open doors? No, I still can't open doors. You're not even making the sound anymore. When before... Ah, now you're making the sound again. I can't open any of these things. Can't do that. Can I check the monitors now? No, they are turning off. Again, they're turning them off. And you're not gonna let me check papers? How the mighty have fallen? Weekly monitor. How the mighty have fallen. I can't read, it's written too little. The impact of the work and art of... Chamberlain. Chamberlain. An examination of the impact, okay.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something.
What?
The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind.
Yeah?
Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
He's really messing with me just because I messed with him. Ah! What? Ah! What?
Now this Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know
That's
you
it,
didn't
we
put in
finished
any
the
actual
game.
work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
No!
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Oh! The fact that it's playing that much with me wanting to disobey, like, in my heart and in my mind, even now I want to disobey him. It was not opened, that door, before. That door was not opened before, you're a liar! Huh? Ah, you were playing solitary. They're all gonna get blocked.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Why is the interrogation
Wouldn't
point?
wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to
Why
put
is
it
the
another way,
interrogation point?
is the story of no destination still a story?
It was
Simply by
4B,
the act of moving
and now
forward,
it's 4
are we
point
implying a
interrogation
journey
8.
such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now we can
No,
both
you need
agree
to shut up a
that the
little.
nature of existence is in fact
Yes,
a
question mark, I'm sorry.
byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
But in French,
Okay,
we are
now if
saying,
my experience of
interrogation
your
point.
existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact
It's
the
not the right
skeleton of my
hour,
own
not the one that I
relative
put.
experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I
Are we
think
in
what we
circles?
need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
I want in circles. This game is mad. I'm gonna run in circles again, I'm pretty sure of it. Wait! Did I go back on my feet? I went back on my feet? Ah, yes. Yeah, so cool. Ah, I can go up here? No, I don't. Another question mark. Really getting in just to get out. But can I check things like? It's so loud. Is it that loud for you as well? There's a motion to scream. Ah, we're gonna go to 001 room. 006. Can I check things on the desk or anything like that? Like, are you gonna let me check things? This game lied to me. I can't interact with things. Ah, 0. Oh, well, okay. I go like... Why are you making me go? Now I'm obeying to you, and really it's the worst decision that I ever took to... Ah, you close the door behind me. I hate you. Corporate imbalances, monthly ledgers, financial reports, departmental accounts, consolidation reports. Oh, I'm walking into a terrible office. Checking.
Wait, cut the music.
Oh,
Go back
please.
and look at that fern.
The fern? What is the fern?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
It's that a fern? Is it mocking me again? That's a fern? What is a fern? I think that is mocking me. I think that you're mocking me. Bon, ok, allez. Are you not talking to me anymore?
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Are you fucking kidding me? I'm gonna redo the same thing! Oh, that's it. My migraine is back. We came from here, we're back here. What the fuck am I supposed to do? If I continue here, I'm gonna take... It's where I... Ah! We're back here.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Well, I can't take this anymore. To
104
hell
got
with it.
fired.
Restart.
Ah! And another one. We had 2 employees getting fired. 6. I said what? Maybe I should write these names. I said 104. 104 and 601, right? Maybe I should stop at their desk. 104 and 601.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in... Well, I
He
don't know.
remembers me,
How
the
about
voice, you
this
know, into
direction?
Portal. What door did you open? What door did you open? It's my door. What door did you open? Ah, it was this one. Sorry.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go on.
We're in circles.
Use
We are
your
running in
imagination.
circles.
Whatever
I'm gonna
it might be,
vomit.
Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I'm gonna vomit! I'm not good at that.
No, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
The line is going everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Ah, you're going back here. I'm gonna vomit! Circle room.
A choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere
that's
the
it. I
place
don't
where we're
remember.
trying to
No,
go,
I came
there
from
must
this
be a
door.
reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So
Why am I
starting from
obeying
the
to
right,
you now?
let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
I don't have the possibility to take the other door. If I would have the possibility to take the other door, I would have disobeyed to you once again. Huh? The confusion
Hold
ending.
up, what's this? The confusion
Deviate
ending.
from maintenance
You're
room, end up
telling
in
me
monitor room,
that's what
narrator
this is?
restarts the game.
It's
First
all one
restart. Discover
giant
the two
ending?
doors room now
Am I
has many
supposed to
additional
restart the game
doors. Second
eight
restart.
times?
The office is now a dead end.
That's really how
Third
all
restart,
this goes?
adventure line. Fourth restart,
all
adventure into
determined?
unexplored territory.
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what?
Fifth restart,
just supposed to
narrator forgets
forget?
about previous
Well, what if I
restart.
don't want to
Sixth
forget?
restart, find the line
My
again.
mind goes blank simply because
Seven
it's written
restarts,
here on
there
this,
is no
this
longer an
thing.
office, simply black
wall.
space. Eighth
Well,
restart, the
who
narrator
consulted
is gone.
me?
After a long
How do I
time,
get to
Stanley
decide?
dies!
Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it?
It's a mix of
Did we break the
Portal
cycle?
and of
The,
I don't know what.
Whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know?
For the voice, you know.
Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you
This one I
agree?
can't open it.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that
Will I
life
see
is
it?
about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
You're talking
Well,
too
in the
much.
meantime, if you...
It's a restart without the narrator. It's a restart without the narrator.
All of his co-workers
I know.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Now it's not opened anymore, that one. $104 and 601. Ah!
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Now I have to obey him. Ah! Now I have to obey him. If I don't want to redo all of that, I suppose that now I have to obey him. I'm fighting with my instincts right now. You're not talking to me anymore?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to
So
go
not
up
getting
to his
fired, talk
boss's
less,
office,
do
hoping he
unbelievably
might find an
amazing
answer
work.
there.
Or to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you, take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers, recent coworkers. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a sleek blue graphic in the header and throw some lip. Some before of the text. Everyone is unique, you most of all. What do people want? Number of slides on the slides. Short and slides. What do people want? Things, money, more money, things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs about things and money. The stock market is somewhere here, colored in segments, striped. What is hot? Profits. Quarterly post review. We need reviews. And I think that's a stupid idea. More watercolor eaters. Meeting room. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Weekly targets administration. IT weekly review. Pranking floor 5 meeting. We're broke Wednesdays. Termination Tuesdays. Financial panic meeting. Boss inspecting. What to do about 432? Don't tell 432 about the meeting. Group, office party. Okay. RIP? Friends? RIP friends. Targets. Push for funding for R+D of new coffee machine. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Hire someone to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper synergizing guy. Who moved my desk? Please keep the targets on the topic of... Okay. The future was yesterday. Tomorrow is now. Ah! Employee... Okay, we're not a part of it. Why Jim doesn't have a number? Jimmy has a name, he doesn't have a number. Who is Jim? What are your dreams for the future? Nature, talk radio, plant life, spring break, less air. Clear skin, pollution. To do, synergize, core value, expand, shift global market parade, monetize free to play. Ah, we came back at the beginning of the slides. Okay, broom closet. Ah, we have... Fuck, we have one guy inside of the broom closet apparently. Ah! First one that I can open.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here. So
yes!
He turned around and
we had a guy inside. We had a guy inside before. Apparently.
There was nothing here. No choice to make. No path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Let me investigate!
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
The fact that I need to obey to you, I swear I'm fighting with myself. Oh, where? Already? It looks awful, but it looks like a boss level. Executive bathroom. What? I can go inside of his bathroom? Because the boss knows that's what the boss says goes. Wait. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Extreme bathrooms. Time. Time magazine has a timer on it. Okay. The boss assistant. The beige pages. In France, when I was really young, we had the blank pages for all of the numbers of the department. Phone numbers, you know. Everyone was on the blank pages. Oh! indoors monthly. Time with time. Graphs. Yeah! Business strategy. To kill a panda, it's a business strategy. How dare you? Books. Okay, I can't take the elevator. Berk.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Now I know. Let me investigate. I can't even play piano. The way that these books are placed, it's triggering
Stanley
me.
just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Let me investigate. Certificate of...
2845.
I know! Let me check things. Searching for clues here.
But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo to you. Ah. Huh? Really into the boss office. We have that access. Was he Batman or... Up and or down, you have to choose. This game is weird.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Hey, oh! Don't want to die? Can I die into this game?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Excuse me, what? Escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Maybe you lied to me! I don't know and I can't know. Ah! I have an idea!
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
It's the cameras of each person
did he
working
have the
here.
Strength to find out?
I know. I already know. We discovered that at least 3 times.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
104 and 6.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
No one else.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh, something happened to 224. It was crashed, you know. Maybe I need to check more of things like that, you know. Anomalies. We have 2 fired. We have 2 blanks, but I don't know what are these blanks. And we have 1 scratch one. The 2 blanks, they can be what? We can't know.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
427, my number. Okay, I'm still there.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable.
Yes, I don't want to obey
Was
to
it
you.
even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay, nothing is happening if I'm going at the middle. What about all of these lights that are different? I came from here. I have a lot of computers. Okay, okay. I suppose that I need... Ah! What is 5? Ah! Maybe I need to find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. Okay, right there it's 3. Right there I have 2 buttons. Okay, 1. 1. Maybe. 2. 3 was here, no? Yes. 3. And where is 4? Because 5 is here. Where is 4? Where is 4? Am I supposed to search for that? I'm not even sure that I'm supposed to search for that. Maybe 4 is inside of the battle facility power thing? Because right there I can't see 4. Mind controls headers awaiting input. System power.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
But you're giving me the choice to press play if I want. If I want, I can press on... Where is the bear? You're talking about what? Do I resist or not of pressing on? I didn't find the number 4. Maybe I needed to find the number 4 before. It's gonna let me the time to think. No? Five is here. Where is 4? Right there it's 3. Right there it's 1 and 2. Where is 4? Maybe there is no 4? Ah! 4 is up there? Wait, I need to redo the thing if it's that. But I don't know how to go up. 1. 2. Three? How do I go up? Not here. Here. Eh? Ah, I can't enter? Ah, I can't do it. But I think that 4 is up there. But I can't enter. Oh, okay, I need to do the power situation first, I think. I press on or off, guys? It told me to press off. Do I obey? Okay, I'm gonna obey. I shouldn't have obeyed. What did I do? No obey. I shouldn't have obeyed. I knew it.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
No.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
If you still exist, it
And
means
yet,
that I'm
even
still
as
under
the
your
immense
command.
door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking,
It's
but
fake.
happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go,
It's
what
fake,
to do,
right?
or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
I think it's fake.
Stanley
It's
felt
not!
the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
The end is never the end. That's what they're saying. That's a normal ending? I just did one ending! I'm back to the beginning?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed the memo.
I can experience several endings like that? I have to redo everything to go back to that room and to press on this time? Oh no. The confusion ending?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley
how
was
can I
once
be
again
already at the
stunned to
ending,
discover
no matter
not
what?
an indication of any
The
human
good one or
life.
the bad one?
What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What
This
could
game
its
is
purpose
it can
be?
work
In
for
fact,
12
this
hours. They
keypad
said
guarded
on
the
how long to
terrible
be
secret that
4
lay buried
hours
below
or
his
12
feet.
hours if
And
you're
so
doing
the boss had
everything.
assigned it an extra secret
How
pin
can it
number,
last only for
2845.
not even 1 hour?
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
You're not...
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
I mean, you're not letting me press really on the things. How can I
2845.
You're not letting me press really on them. Bah.
But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the
I'm
story.
okay to
Whoop-de-doo.
stay a full stream on it. Like, if I do the escape thing this time, am I gonna truly die?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it,
No, I can
the
test
truth
it.
was
I don't
that
care.
at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I don't listen to you anymore.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
It's never gonna end? Ah. It was truly a death. Ah! Or not! Fuck, I didn't do the end with...
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley
on
was
off.
inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great
I
loss,
never tried
by
to
plucking
jump.
the eyeballs from a blind man.
Maybe I should have tried
So he
earlier to
resigned
jump
and
to
willingly
investigate
accepted
stuff, you
this
know?
violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Really? Why did you replace the voice? The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he
The
hit
passing
start?
of this opening session was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first path of the game. That's so meta! Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical for the first year. Nature paintings. Stanley's computer. It's a museum! It's a museum of the game. The office. I didn't do that! A selection of the sounds used throughout the games when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized sound. You didn't let me interact with them. And you know, I can crouch, but I can't jump. And normally, with the space, I should be able to jump. Maybe my settings are wrong? Office computers, you never let me interact with them. Credits. Right or left? Left? The office. Maintenance room. Warzone. But I never visited a Warzone. Guys, I don't understand. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on the battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. Realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game, plus some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. I never made all of these things. Like, I don't understand. Am I supposed to know all of these things? From Anthony W. What is this strange number? Could you tell me what the significance of the number? The thing I want to know is what would you do if Stanley entered any other rooms? I couldn't! For instance, on the scale of Max Ernst to Salvador Dali, how thorough with this game way? Were you born with a magnificent voice or did you bargain with a magician to receive it? Congratulations, in line with our previous and more regarding. Be the first to apply for our claim and after you didn't hear from. I want to tell you, I like the Stanley Parable as much as I liked seeing a numerously small badger in swim trunks. Indeed, I like it. So it has some spoilers, but clearly I didn't do all of this thing. They gave you the behind the scenes developer stuff, but I didn't do all of that. It feels so wrong for me to be there, you know. I have the impression that I'm cheating. The lounge, the office, okay. But at the same time, for sure, I want to visit everything. The cargo lift, I never did that! What are all of these things? Dancing levers. But guys, I need to restart the game once again because clearly I never did all of these things. Huh? Trailers. I'm not gonna read all of this behind the scenes. I never did all of that. Let me out! Let me out! Exit. Countdown this. No, exit. I need to exit because I never did all of that.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
I don't understand a single thing.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way. To beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only
The fact that
choice.
the jump is not functioning, that I'm bothered by it.
Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Got killed. Is it normal that I can't jump? I should jump here. If I can crouch, I should jump. There is something wrong. Jump, it's supposed to be space. Maybe I should do something else, like maybe I'm gonna put A. Jumping requires a special actions first before you're allowed to jump anywhere. Ah, okay. Something about a jumping circle. Normal, you can't jump yet. Ah, okay. What do I do to interact with things? Like, they are not letting me interact with things.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Can I press things? Input received. Can I try things? I can't. Now I want to interact with things because into that museum you said that maybe I could have had like... I tried to open all of these doors. You never let me of all of these doors. Oh!
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm gonna go to the left no matter what. But I did the escape situation.
Yet
It
there
didn't
was
work.
not a single
I
person
did
here
the
either.
turning the
Feeling a
thing
wave
off.
of disbelief,
It worked, and I
Stanley
finished
decided
the
to
game.
Go up to his boss's office.
So
Hoping
I'm
coming
gonna
to a
do
staircase, Stanley walked
the
upstairs
turning
to
the
his
power
boss's
on.
office. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Ta mère!
2845.
Oh no! This time it's cheating. What? They changed where they placed the 8.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got
No,
the hell
I
along
want
with
to
the story.
retry.
Well, whoop-de-doo.
I want to retry. I can't. Ah, I can! I can continue to try. Oh, you're cheating. This thing is cheating. Ah no, right there, it's good. Okay. And? It didn't open. Because I didn't do it right on time. That's why. I hate you. Okay, let's
Stanley
press...
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind
Or maybe
Control
let's try
Facility.
to do this button thing before pressing play all of that. I need to redo all of that? Okay.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Again, you're not gonna let me interact with things. Employee observation protocol. It's written too little. If employee nya to protocol, I can't read. I can't read.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each
I know.
bore the number of an employee in the building.
I know who got
Stanley's
fired. I
co-workers.
know who got
The lives
crushed.
of
I know
so many
everything.
individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Do I try the buttons
No.
before?
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it.
But no,
His
you
own
said that I
life
can't
in someone
show.
else's control? Never. It was
Employee?
unthinkable.
Pirate?
Wasn't it?
There is
Was
a
it even
pirate?
possible? Had he truly
employees?
spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I think that you need...
But here
Stop
was the
talking.
proof, the heart of the operation.
How can I
Controls
go
labeled
up
with
there for
emotions,
the number 4?
happy or sad or content.
closed.
Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the
Yeah.
cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once
open it,
and
right?
for all.
But the 4, it means that the 4, I can't have access to it. So I can't do that thing. And you know, there is a game also, I'm pretty sure, with the colors. The fact that we have different colors for all of this desk. Hey, I want to play to this game. Why are you not letting me play to this game? This game is not letting me play to it. Do you understand what I mean? Okay, let's press on.
And when at last he found the source... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they
Yes,
kept
I
you
did.
enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
Did
I'm
you
afraid
open
you don't
the-
have
did it
nearly the
open the
power
door?
you think you do. For example,
It didn't
and I
open the door.
believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
Ah!
It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better.
It's
than what
opened!
had
I know
in
what I
mind.
have to do.
What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of
That's
solace
not that
before
I
you're
have to do.
obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside.
I pushed
Let
all of the
it burn to a
buttons!
crisp. I have to say this,
pushed the
though.
5
This
buttons,
version of
yes.
events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it
Oh,
go.
I never checked this
I'm
button.
sure it's left, but I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just
I'm
assume when you
supposed
saw
to
that timer
find
that
the
something
right
in this
colors.
room was
In which
capable of
order I
turning
have
it
to
on?
put these colors?
I mean,
How
look
do I
at
know
you,
that?
running from
I
button
did
to
the
button,
1, 2, 3,
screen
4,
to
5
screen,
thing.
clicking on
Did not
every
work.
little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save
3.
me. Why would you think that, Stanley?
Three
That
is
this
blue?
video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you
3 is
have
blue.
any idea what your purpose in this place is?
3 attempts remaining.
Stanley, you're in for quite a
Ah, for the
disappointment.
colors.
But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a
Three
catalyst
is
to keep
blue.
the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
Ah bah, I can't do
You're
that
only still
anymore.
playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you
Goodbye,
can't.
employee. Oh, you're talking
Take
to
a
me
look at the
directly.
clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to
I don't know what I'm doing,
Will you cling
Lorcan.
desperately to
I
your
don't know what
frail
I'm
life,
doing right
or
now.
will you let it go
What am I
peacefully?
supposed to do?
Another
I
choice.
did the 1, 2, 3,
Make
4,
it
5 buttons.
Don't.
It
It's
didn't
all
work.
the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will
Is
be
there a way
with
for me
every
to
second
survive
of your
for real?
inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
Is there a way for me to survive? Guys, for those of you who played to this game, watched people play to this game, can I find a way to survive?
All of his co-workers were gone.
And no matter what, I
did it
can't
mean?
interact with
Stanley decided to
things
go to the
before.
meeting room.
They're not
Perhaps
letting
he had simply
me.
missed a memo.
I can't even jump.
When Stanley came to
You
a
told me
set of
that
2
jumping,
open doors,
it
he
was
entered
when
the
I
door
was
on his
turning.
left.
I had, at some point, you know, a place where I could turn. You know, he was telling me to turn in circles. It was right there that I could have learned how to jump.
Secret pin number 2845.
Okay, I'm not
But of
placed
course,
well.
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
It's not possible! See how far I went, like... Pfft, me, oh.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
No, me, I'm tired.
Two, 2845.
It's not possible! I went so far! Ah! Okay.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's
Ta
emergency override kicked in, and the door just
that's it.
opened
Now
all
it's not
by
gonna
itself.
function anymore.
And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Fuck!
But here was the proof. The heart of the
right there?
operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy,
Ah!
or sad, or
I
content.
can't check that
walking,
now, you know,
eating,
for the colors.
working. All of it monitored and commanded from this
I can't
very
do that
place.
for the colors.
And as the cold reality
So
of his
when I'm
past
here, I'm
began
blocked.
to sink in,
can't
Stanley
do anything
decided
else.
that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I can't do these things yet. It's a triangle, something, a colon, and the number 10. Okay, it's always the same thing. How do I know which color I'm supposed to do? Do I have to remember these colors? Yellow, green, blue, red?
And when at last he found the source of the room's power... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they
I
kept
do
you
whatever I
enslaved all
want.
these years, you go and you try
You're
to
not
take
controlling
control
me.
of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your
Three
effort,
is
I really
blue.
do. But you
That
need
I
to
know.
understand,
The rest
there's
of
only
them-
so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls
And
off
what else? 3 is
and
blue.
leave. If you want to throw my story off track,
Maybe I
you're
need
going
to
to have to do
do
much
yellow,
better than
green,
that.
blue, red.
I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly
I said
realized
what?
he had
Yellow,
just initiated the network's emergency detonation
green,
system. In the
blue,
event
red.
that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification,
Maybe I
nuclear
can try
detonators
that
are set
also.
to explode, eliminating...
Allez, put back the power, you!
How long
Instead of
until
talking.
detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is
Okay.
making things a little more fun, isn't
Can I
it,
click on
Stanley?
that?
It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's
well, I'm gonna
desires.
try this.
Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time
Yes, it's
left
that,
to
it's
enjoy
these
it.
buttons.
Mere moments until the bomb goes
Yellow,
off. But what
green,
precious
blue,
moments each
red.
one of them
Yellow,
is.
green, blue,
More
red.
time to talk about you, about me,
I'm gonna
where
do
we're
it in that
going,
order.
what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Yellow.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated?
Oh no! I wanted to
Good
press
mood. You're
yellow.
gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in
fact that
this
I don't know
instance of
where
the
I
story.
click,
Sometimes
and right
when I
there,
tell
red.
it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
It's
Other
not
times,
working anymore.
I
I
let
can't
the
do
office
that
sink
anymore.
into the ground,
Fuck you.
swallowing everyone inside. Or
Ah!
I let it burn to
One
a
was
crisp.
blue now!
I have to say this though, this version of events has been rather amusing.
Why do you say one
Watching
blue?
you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
One is
These
blue.
are
I
precious
pressed
additional
blue!
seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
I don't
Or
know
did
what
you
I'm
just
supposed to
assume
do.
when you saw
I'm
the
doing
timer
stuff!
that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Apparently not!
Do you really believe there's an
He's
answer?
mocking me so much.
How many
I didn't
times will
listen
you
to him the
replay
first
this
time
bit,
that
looking
I did all
desperately
of
for a
these things.
solution? 10, 100, 1,000?
Okay,
I
don't
look
work.
forward to
The
finding out
colors
and to watching
neither.
the bomb go off
Because
each
I can't
time you
control
fail.
really where I
Just
go.
you and me
Oh,
and the retching explosion of
You have
fire
3
and metal
attempts
over
remaining.
and
But
over
for
and over
what?
for all of eternity.
No, I didn't
and
say that the door was
Stanley
open.
died again.
Ta gueule!
Stanley died again. And Stanley died again.
Is it because of the timing
Take a
situation
look
or
at
it
the
was
clock,
supposed
Stanley.
to be
That's
closed no
30
matter what?
seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Okay, back at the office, can you try standing right in front of the keypad and click the numbers? But the power situation, I can't find another solution. And when I'm taking
Someone was
the door
following
to the
Stanley.
left,
He was sure of
it's
it.
only
If he
doing that.
checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them.
The
It
boss
was only a
office
matter of
keypad.
time.
Again, you want me to go back here again? But I swear, when I'm placing myself in front of it, it doesn't work no matter what. And they are so, like,
When
you have
Stanley
the
came
impression...
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Shut up. You have the impression that maybe I'm not moving that much, you know, between the keys, but I swear, you know, the numbers, but I swear that I'm doing, like, me with my mouse, like, you can see that right there, it's really sensitive. When I'm doing that, I do the movement like that. When I'm on the keys, to go from one number to one number, I do the same. You know, like for example, for the numbers if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, to go from 2 to 5, I do something like that. I do a movement like that. You know, I do that much of a deal. So that's why it's really confusing, because the movement that I do, you know, to move is really sensitive. When the movements that I do to press the numbers, I have to do all of that. Yes, normally there is a cursor at the middle, but not with this game, clearly. Have you gone downstairs to the left? No, maybe I can try that if you want. We can retry a lot of things, like really, with this game.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
Okay, let's
Coming
go
to a staircase,
down the stairs.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
You're letting me go, that's great. Okay. Fire hose.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
No.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his
I'm turning
feet
in circles.
when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion
like that
had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief
It's exactly the
Stanley
same.
felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So,
and I can't
he
interact
imagined
with
himself
anything,
flying
and I can't
began
jump
to gently
neither.
float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so
It
lucid?
looks so great.
And
No,
then perhaps the strangest question of them all
keep the
entered Stanley's
stars.
head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
I'm
Now
asking
the
that
voice
question
was
since the
describing
beginning.
itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if
Thinking of
this voice
everything.
spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving
I'm gonna
himself,
stay there.
believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How
Yes!
else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Ow.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, It's all I want.
It's really Severance,
I
no?
want my apartment and my wife
He's gonna wake up
and my job.
at work
All
because
I want
he
is
only
my life
exists
exactly
at
the
work.
way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
I'm wondering
Okay.
I'm wondering if the person who suggested me to play to this game did it because, I opened the
Stanley
poll
began screaming.
between
Please, someone
Silo
wake me
and
up. My
Severance
name is
on the
Stanley.
same day,
I have a
1
boss.
hour
I have an
before.
office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
And everything went black.
I think that the person
This
who
is the
referred me to
story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
But Stanley, it has been
It was comforting
several
to think
times,
this,
that he
and
died
in a
tonight
certain
already.
way, seeing this man made
2
her feel better.
explosions.
Then
One
she
time
remembered
he
the
was,
meeting she had scheduled
you
for
know,
that
like
day.
that.
The very important
Right
people
there, he
whose
went
impressions
insane.
of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she
You're not-
turned and ran.
You're not gonna call the police, the ambulance, Mariella? Like, really? But okay,
All
I'm
these
gonna
co-workers
redo
were gone.
Cornucopia just
What
for
could it
you,
mean?
the boss office,
Stanley
and
decided
you'll
to go
see
to
the
the meeting
difficulty
room.
of the
Perhaps he
thing
had
that
simply
I'm
missed a
talking
memo.
about. You know about new content? Are you kidding me?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
That I died enough for you to offer me something else, something new? Oh! So good.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Didn't know, but I'm interested by that.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Alright. 2
The
hours
Stanley
it took me, 2
Parable
hours
Ultra
to have the
Deluxe
DLC.
features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
You never did it? But cool. Because of that, you're gonna discover it with me. Oh, you're gonna let me interact with more stuff now, or not at all?
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Or not?
Is it working? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on
We're
to the
going
new
up right
content.
there.
I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if the... oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
The meta voice. Ah, jump circle. That's
All
what you
right.
got.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Ah, I changed it to A. Do I need to do all of them or? Ah. Wait, what? We start the game while in the circle? Cordy Poker, really? I saw your message. One jump before the end of the countdown. And your half jump. What do you mean? Like right now I restart the game? Okay.
All of his co-workers were
I
gone.
need to not
What
miss
could it
the
mean?
new content
Stanley
door.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Here, new content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean?
Yep.
New content.
I trust you. I trust you, Corny Pokia.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley
I
Parable
did it once and
Ultra
now it
Deluxe.
doesn't work anymore.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Don't jump in the circle
After
anymore.
receiving critical and commercial
But I can't
success,
jump
it was
anymore. I'm
expanded
pressing
upon in
A right
2022
now and it
with
doesn't
the
work.
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
I think it's because of the fact that I had only
The
one
Stanley Parable
jump
Ultra
left.
Deluxe
See, I can't jump. I'm pressing A and I can't jump.
Okay, so far
I
it's
think
an
that it's really
elevator.
because of the fact
Nothing
that
special yet, but I'm sure
I used
it's
all
just
of
the
them.
beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
maybe just I'm not using all of them. And I don't restart, just I get out
Is it broken?
of the
What's
circle.
going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's
Or do I make
it.
them all? No, I think that I shouldn't make them all.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
No, A, it was okay. The question is more the fact... See? I had only one
All
jump
right.
remaining.
All right, let's see. It's
That's
the
why I
jump
can't do that
circle?
anymore. I can't jump anymore because I used them all. In fact, you know, the restart was for nothing. Just the fact that now I can't jump anymore. For the entire game, I had 26 opportunities. And this game don't appreciate for me to restart, in fact. Because it's counting the restart as a part of the story. Do you understand what I mean? It saves the fact that I restarted. No matter what, whether, you know, I followed what you said or not, I had only one jump left, so I was screwed no matter what. Following you or not, I was screwed. But I can never jump again.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
I hope so.
Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting
Yeah.
new content? If this is
No.
new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion.
Guys, I
You
have
could
to
put that on
confess,
box.
the fact that
The
he's
Stanley
talking
Parable
to me
Ultra
again and
Deluxe,
again and
now
again
with
and
over
again and again,
1,000
it's
hours of
provoking
new content.
ASMR
Oh,
in
wait.
my
There's more.
mind. You know,
Very good.
I'm getting
Yes.
sleepy right
I
now.
knew there had to be something
Like,
else.
I can
Let's
feel
see
that
it.
I want
I'm
to
ready for
yawn a
whatever it
lot.
is.
It's making me sleepy. See? It's really provoking ASMR for me. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Is it a job?
That's it? Oh, you could be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm
Really?
offended, and I intend to
That's
find
a
these
DLC?
people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
No. I tried to hide. Did you see that? My reflex since Alien Isolation and all of that, it's to hide. Where am I? That's not my place. That's my old place, that painting.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
I have no other choice. Ah, I have other choices. Do I listen to him for this time? Wait. Why is it taking me that? It's gonna close the door behind me if I'm not following you. But okay, I'm gonna follow you for this time. Now I understand more why this game is supposed to last for 4 hours. You know, at first I was really confused. I was like, wait, what? I won? I finished the game? I don't understand.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Excuse me, what? Still can't interact with anything. Are we into Final Fantasy or... Huh? Excuse me, what?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences
No, I
like the
can't
launch
jump
of the
somewhere.
Stanley Parable on PC.
The memory zone? Huh? Is it a new museum? I already visited the other museum and it gave me spoilers about things that I still didn't see at all. Like really, I had spoilers about things that I'm never gonna discover. Are you close the door? Don't forget the Stanley
You see,
Parable.
Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of
Zone,
how
sweet zone.
wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October
Oh,
of
on Steam.
2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back
The
then,
end?
it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
The books, okay. It's another museum, but... Oh, the meta things. Ah, they got an award! Good job! They didn't get this one, but good job no matter what. Good times. There are plenty of these things that I never visited, that I never do. I recognized the two doors situation. Ah, yes, I recognize the museum, but guys, so many things I didn't do. Our first kiss, my first car, the release of Stanley Pop. Okay, it's the same hour than the day. Can I open that door? No. The meta things really with this game. Smile because it happened. The timing, a trip down memory lane. Okay. It was on a CD before. Oh, this good old times. Begin the demo options. Quit. It was looking like that before. Go outside. Don't play 5 years for 5 years. Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. It was really saying that. Nominee British Academy Award. I'm not sure. Really? They got nominated, or is it just a joke? New video game releasing today on the New York Times. Okay, it's just a joke. Stanley Parable deals tough choices. Los Angeles Times. Ah! That end, I did it. Little Stanley? Loving memory of Little Stanley. Wait. There is... Is it a cat? There was a pass in which I was a cat. I was an animal. Hey, I want to do that one. I want to do that pass. And that's it. We're into Life is Strange now. What is happening to us?
Je suis dans la mémorisation, c'est sur la pluie des loups, et je
Wife in
n'attends
French.
plus que toi, mon amour.
Why French sung by someone else than a French person?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from
Big Sushi
Destructoid.com.
FM?
James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona
That's
3,
really the
it was
deluxe
all of them.
version.
And now
Just to wait for
it's
you
nothing. It's no
to
games at all.
brag.
It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless
out!
husk
Let
with
me
an hour of new elevator content.
You're really letting me out. I was joking, you know. The taste was nostalgic, it was good. But that's not you right there, it's on Minecraft. That's awesome. The original remake. The buttons! I clicked on them and it was not functioning. I don't understand that. Down or in front of me? Let's go down first. If I can. I can't! For sure I can't! Blue and red? Like into the matrix, you know, it was a blue or red door situation? The great worth is memory. Never saw that car. Never saw myself on a computer. these museums that are giving me anxiety because I never did all of that. That I did it a lot. Dying, you know, and restarting. I never did that. The buttons, I never had a smiley button. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm
Here's
getting
another
mad.
moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the
Never
nature of
did that
choice in
neither.
games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else.
People
It
play
didn't
games
need
because
real
of what they can
content.
do inside
It
them.
just
And your
needed to
game
be
is
left
very
alone.
good at letting
To
them
spend
know
the
they
rest of
can't do
time
anything.
collecting dust in the hallowed
I'm
hall
going
of
with that
beloved
line.
video game memories.
Normally, people play games because of what they can do inside them, and your game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything. I'm saying that since the beginning of this game. They're not letting me do anything. I can't do anything with this game. Okay, wait, they opened the door? Here, can I go here? How can I go here? They opened the door, but I can't go. The serious room. Bonjour, I can't go. I have no jump. I have no jump left. I can't go. That's not fair. They opened the thing, but I can't go. So I need to go back.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go
Yeah,
back,
it's open.
to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Steam reviews.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Not recommended. Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. The individual paths themselves are also not very fun, not offering much to do throughout each path, and requiring some rather tedious nonsense to get certain endings. I cannot recommend this game to anyone, even as a so bad it's good game, as you're more than likely wind up bored by your third or fourth playthrough. People got really mad, huh?
Honestly, I could not be bothered to
I
play this
already
game to
read
full
it.
completion. The narrator is obnoxious and
I already read it.
unfunny, with his humor and dialogue
But
proving to be
Livia,
more irritating
your
than
comments-
entertaining. Unfunny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
It's so well done! Right there! See, you can make a game with a lot of good things to watch and all, and not that office turning with corridors and making me nauseous. Uh-oh. Why? Wait, what? While the idea for the game is good, it becomes very repetitive and boring fast despite all the alternative endings and game cameo appearances. Where did they see all of that? Did I see that? This game is titled thought-provoking, but you will get the idea. It tries to communicate pretty fast, and then it is just repeating the whole no choice in games thing over and over again. For somebody who prefers non-linear games, This preachiness gets annoying fast as it is neither a revelation nor very interesting. It is thought-provoking only in the first minutes. Oh wow, people were
Okay, let's see
mad.
what this one says.
How much did they
the
pay
idea
for the
game
game?
is good. For someone who prefers non-linear
I can
games,
get
this
if they are
preachiness
that
gets
mad
annoying
if
fast.
it was
Preachy? Stanley, I'm not
more than
preachy,
5
am I?
euros.
You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
There's still many things you didn't do in the
Actually
base
quite
game. I
shocking
think
for
so,
me.
because really,
I always, well, to be honest,
from
I
the
had
first
always thought of the
museum we
game's dialogue
visited,
as
I
being
saw
rather
so many
terse
things
to
that I
begin
didn't
with.
do.
You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure, like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
I get that it's supposed to be a parable of something, but listening to that patronizing voice droning on and on just isn't fun. You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Cookie 9.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley parable. And it's all.
I didn't put that command.
I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And
That's a
here
skip
it
button?
is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley
press it?
Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that
I'm
I've just
waiting for
begun
you to
an
shut up to press
interminable
it.
monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary...
I pressed it again.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over.
Once again?
Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
I didn't check the hour.
Unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's
2
really only
hours
so
and
much I can
15
ramble
minutes
on to
almost.
myself. Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Ah, yes!
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley,
Yes.
the door is gone. It's completely gone.
I saw that.
I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button. And if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here. And more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it. And I have to believe. I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going
I'm
to...
wondering, like, wait, I'm sorry to cut you. Is there a way for me to see where I press, my thing? Show reticle. Ah! Since the beginning, I could have had that. So since the beginning, I could have, for the numbers, for example, at the post office, I could have done that. Oh.
I've been thinking and I don't
Bon.
know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh my God.
But clearly, I can't
And
do
it's all
anything
because
else.
of those
The fact that I have that
Those
button now.
reviews that I couldn't get.
I love my life.
Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley,
Oh.
I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting.
You're gonna die. We're gonna die.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had
No doubt.
so
Still
much
no doubt.
time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you.
You're not
To
real.
begin with, there is only regret. There is only
You're dead. But I still can't do anything. I have to decide to restart the game by myself. Where? Okay. Oh! Ah, you're not functioning anymore. Okay, again.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was
You're
meant
back?
to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth.
You're
and said,
back, but
"Entertain
we're
us."
still into
It
the
wasn't
future.
enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he
Can't you
didn't
see that
entertain us,
something
now he
happened
went,
to the
shut
voice?
up. It's the inconsistency. It's the lack of accountability. It's the
Do I have to restart? I have the impression that it's never gonna end, that thing.
The end is never the end. The end is never the end. 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 Is never the.
Can I get out at some point, or really I need to restart? Can I get out? Let me out! I still can't get out, like really? One more? Why do I hear flies like I died, you know? I didn't die. Oh. But I still can't get out. Looking great, but I still can't get out. Less good. Soon it's gonna be the end of the world, no? Aliens. I recognize. It's aliens. They came on Earth. They burnt Earth. I'm the only one, the only human surviving. Oh, not gonna function anymore. But I can't get out! That's what we can call the apocalypse, no? Let's go to the mountains, if I can reach them. Or is it just an illusion? I'm getting closer. You never saw that part? The end of the world part. Ending, I think. That we can name it like that. Okay, now that I can finally, you know, have the numbers right for
All
the
of his
safe,
co-workers were gone.
I'm gonna
What
do
did
the
it
safe
mean?
code.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
The fact that
Perhaps he had
since the
simply
beginning I
missed a
could have
memo.
had it. Maybe it... Now they put lights. I know, but I want to do the code now that I can do it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the
And
door
there
on his
is
left.
also the broom closet situation. First the code, then the broom closet. I
Yet
swear.
there was not a
Eladrin.
single person here
I do
either.
the broom closet just
Feeling
after the
a
code.
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. However, not an indication of any human life. What could
Oh,
it
it's
mean,
so
he
much
wondered?
more easier now that I can
Desperate
see
for
the
answers,
numbers.
Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
I did it too fast, he's mad at me. So he's
Feeling
giving me...
soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Mais no! Ah, no! I made the code! I made the right code, guys. I made the right code! Ah, no. I refuse. We're gonna do the power situation again. Try going out, then go back up the elevator. You're telling me to go back to the elevator? Ah, I can do that. I can just do
Whoops.
that.
Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me.
All of
Why
the
did
voices
Stanley
that
do
they
that when he knew
planned,
that
you
it would
know,
just
for
lead back to
everything,
his
every
boss's office?
possibility.
Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
We're going where? We're going into the boss office or? Yes, it's the boss office. Okay, I can do the broom closet.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's
I can't
still
get
just
out.
exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated.
Still can't play to
It's
the
that
piano,
keen
even
eye
if
for
now I can
storytelling
target
that you
scenes.
have. An incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich
Go back the way
tapestry
you
of
came.
uncompromising
That's what I
narrative. Wow. I'm
I know,
bullshit to
I'm
the edge of my seat.
Reading again what you said. I can do the code again. Now that I can do it. You don't care about it. It doesn't count. You know, I can't open the doors. It seems that I have no choice. I don't understand. Eladrin.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, who's coming up with all of this?
It's Eladrin! It's not me!
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he?
And now you want me to
Stanley
go
walked
up
straight
again?
ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Now you want me to go up again? I'm gonna try it. I have nothing to lose.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Yeah? Are you gonna let me get out? Oh, the suspense. Where are we finishing? The boss office!
Oh my god. It's the boss's office.
I
This
still can't
absolutely
open
changes everything for
it.
me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
I'm tired of you, Stefan.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to process.
I just remembered that the escape route, when
All right.
we have the,
I have fully
the
come to
lady
terms
talking
with it.
to us, it's for
I
the
have
museum,
made
the
space
first
in
one.
my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Okay. I have no choice. I have no choice now, Eladrin, than to go. It's just down, then up. I'm sorry, what? If I do it one more time, I'm
Of
gonna have
course.
something else?
Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference.
Do you want
to
me,
even
guys, to
anticipate it.
try that
That's
again?
just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Do I try it once again or not? I always think of the season when she... What type of choice? Do I try it again? He doesn't want to talk with me anymore, the guy. Like, really, the guy is tired of me.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
He's tired! He doesn't want to talk anymore!
You know what? Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be
feel like
shocked
when
as
I took
loudly
the
and
wrong
frequently
door.
as possible.
I have the impression
They want
that this
big,
game is just
explosive
punishing me
moments flung right in
for
their
not
faces
obeying.
from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters?
How much do we
Why
regret
aren't we given time to imagine the
taking that
surprises?
decision once
To
again?
have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the
Hello,
eventual
Abby.
reveal. This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the
Hello to
most
you, my dear.
exciting narrative to be developed in years.
But really,
and it's really
like
all
I
because
told
of
you,
You're the
to
one who
have
took
the
this
guy
bold step
talking
of
to me
revisiting the exact
continuously
same locations
without any
over
break,
and over. Truly,
it's
I mean
really
it.
as
This is
an
unique and
ASMR
different. It's not like anything else
you know,
out there. You
effect
see,
on me.
I want stories that surprise me, Stanley.
It's making me
I want to
yawn
have to
so
think.
much.
I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel
Like,
all
really?
the time, and we all
It has
know
an
it. Which is
ASMR
why we're so
thing on-
starved for content that
I
makes us
never
feel sharp
visited
and
all of
vital
this
and
place
alive.
that you're showing to
That's
me
why people
right
like
now.
you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why, oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your
Okay,
life.
it's gonna be the last
Yes,
time
I
that
know
we're
you're
doing
not
that,
much
you
for
know,
the public
we're
eye,
doing
but I
the
thought it would especially
down
mean a
and
lot to the
up scene.
people who have been following you
I'm
from
gonna
the
die
beginning. They
again,
really
you
look
know,
up to you,
trying
Stanley.
to do
I
the
don't know if
buttons
you
or the
realize
color
impact
situation
you
once
have on
again.
them. This is the
And,
kind
that's
of
it.
gesture that might leave a tremendous
Unless, you know,
impact on
if,
them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
Ah ben no, in fact no. Sorry, forget about what I said. I was like, unless there is another
The
option
room where we're
at the
holding the
power
press
station.
conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
Ah, you were for real? You were not mocking me. World's earthiest human being, or tricks revealed. How we did it, the pyramids. Live, the guy who went to Mars. Like really Elon Musk office, no? Like all eyes on Stanley live on stage. It's me! Yes, it's me! World Peace Baby.
Ah, yes.
Stanley
here it
Parable
is,
tonight
just
live
through
on
this
stage.
door.
Okay, okay. The storyteller Stanley reveals all in his new book. I wrote a book! Oh! Wow. Yes, I'm enjoying it. But really, I'm going from one end to another. Like right there, I came back on the OG game when I was visiting also the DLC before. Like, I'm visiting everything. Doing great. A conversation with Alexander the Great. Okay. To stage. Welcome, Stanley.
All right, are you ready?
Stanley Ryder,
I've told them
almonds,
you're going to
chair,
speak a
gum,
little bit
table,
about the
nut bar.
nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative.
my number.
Oh, don't worry.
I recognize
You'll
it.
do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart.
Recollect, champ,
I'm
your boss.
really
Stanley,
proud
my
of you,
true love
Stanley.
for you grows
Okay,
every day.
it looks like
You
they're
make me
ready
feel
for you.
alive, your wife
Go
from
get
the
'em.
apartment and no one tells stories the way you do. Go get them, tiger. I love the way you ride elevators. Stanley, me, David, age 6. Story. I have a son! I have a wife and a son! Thanks for showing me that cool skateboard trick in the parking lot. You are too cool. Good luck on stage. Rock on. And again, break a leg. Champ, your boss. Up again, down again, the Stanley story. The freedom ending. Mind control facility. Adventure awaits. I played the demo. Congratulations, Stanley. Remember where you came from, your co-workers. Okay. The dude, an audience with the dude who came up with a pizza. Okay, but you know, Ellen DeGeneres, she made an entire sketch out of it. It was at the Oscars, I can't remember. The Lord? What? The Lord meet and greet? I'm a star. Such a star. Why does it look like it's more from the DLC than the actual game? Eh let me enjoy. They're not gonna let me enjoy the fact that I was a star. Okay, I'm gonna do the broom
All of
closet.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The new content lights that we have right now, I love them. The
When
broom
Stanley came to a
closet,
set
he
of
told
two
me that
open
there is an
doors,
ending
he
here.
entered the door on his left.
I tried to go into it. It's after
Yet
because
there was
I
not a single
saw,
person here
I
either.
saw.
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Get Chris
Stanley
out
decided to
of
go
the
up
broom
to his
closet.
boss's
So
office,
that's why I
hoping
wanted
he
to go
might
into
find
it.
an answer there.
Here. Open. Thank you.
Oh, no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
I may be wrong, but the broom closet ending may only happen when you go in for the first time. Just some funny dialogue, not a real ending. Ah, but I already went into that place. So now it's the second time. The boss's office in quickly out before the door closes. In quickly out. Let's try.
Okay, I think we all...
Yeah? He disappeared. Do I go? I go! It disappeared, but... Ah, I can't go. I can't go. Is it a bug? Oh! I can't go. Oh! Ah, I just can't open it again. Beep-beep-beep-beep-beep. Ah! My new content door is closed. But it means that I'm blocked. Well, it means that I'm blocked now. If I can't go there. Where can I go if I can't go there? You think that I go down the stairs now? But no matter what, I have no other choice because I can't do my new content anymore. You're not gonna talk to me? No? Bon. But I'm gonna go crazy? I know I don't want to go back to your own room. Can I do that? I can't. You are now leaving. I am. Escape podway floor 760. Can't take the elevator. Okay, I need to go upper. You have the emote now for upper if you want. Upper. Okay, 2 more. I really thought that it was a bug into the game, all of these black things. But no, everything was prepared. And it was prepared from the OG game, it means, not the DLC. Ah, okay. Escape pod launch bay. Huh? But I can't. I can't go further. I can see the limit. Yes, I can see the limit. It's just a room, in fact. It's just a room! Ah, you can't see it. I don't think... Ah! Here? Did I manage to get out? Ah, I made that ending. I was able to get out. Okay, cool.
Already
Okay.
this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
That's a new thing. That's the first time that you told me something like that. Now that I did that, and you know, you're telling me that now that when I'm restarting. Okay, let's go for new content. Let's go.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Again? But I can't jump! The fact that I used all of my jumps. Ah! We're not going at the same place. Or maybe it's a shortcut? Ah! It sounds a little
You see,
different.
Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley
It was a
parable
shortcut.
and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely
Really?
new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions.
The end is never
is
the
what
end
fans
again.
have truly been asking for.
Okay, still nothing that I can click on. But you have better computers now. Hey! You're improving. Testing 2 printers at the same time. Okay. Investor showcase.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
Tasty, c'est
Ultra
quoi?
Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising
Off
potential.
paint sticky. Okay. You didn't have the time to download all of the paintings? That's what you mean? I see. You didn't take the time to download all of the paintings. I see you. I see you, the developers. I see you. There is a door which opened. Before or after? After. They have MacBooks now. Ah no, they have bird books. Okay. Twitter books? No, bird books. Meeting at 2. Just me 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, everything is about 2. They're back. 2 doors. The Stanley Parable 2. Two. 1 plus 1 is 2 minus 1 is... I'm a good public for that kind of thing. More TSP, better TSP, win-win, sequential mindshare, paradigm shifts, energy, brick and mortar approach, envelope client-centric marketing, the color red, leverage, holistic value. Okay, all of these words. Okay. I thought of them and I never used that, you know, so maybe you lied to me. I think that you lied to me. The Fern. Yeah, the Fern!
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
You're never gonna let me open one of these doors. I hate you. Sequels are good. Portal 2, Half-Life 2, Batman Arkham Asylum 2, Divinity Original Sin 2, Doom 2, Aladdin 2, Return of Jafar, Dark Souls 2. The prequel to the Stanley Parable 2 is a sequel to the Stanley Parable... Okay. 2. This way to the show floor. Again! New content. New features. Two. Stanley the Parable.
Here we are. Go on.
Reassurance
Try
buckets.
out some of the new features.
Office decorations. The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Really? You know my name? Do you know my name? Hear your name in the game. Do you know my name?
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course,
to perfect
the first
button.
and most obvious answer
Too big,
is that
too
they
small,
want to
just
be
right.
individually recognized and validated
Maybe
as
I can
people.
click on them. I have to
So
be
with that
careful.
in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game.
You don't know
Isn't
my
that
name.
wonderful?
You don't know my name. Let's see if you know my name.
Jim.
No.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go.
I'm Jim.
Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget
I'm
whoever
Jim.
you are, and simply become a
I have
person
an
named
Adam
Jim.
apple, you know.
I want you to imagine yourself
I have
living
balls.
as
I'm Jim.
sleeping and waking as
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory.
I
If you
don't
don't
care.
properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid
don't
button
click
that
on
says
them.
somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim.
Yes, speaking of the
Imagine
office.
yourself driving
Where is
to work
Pam?
as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as Jim,
developing a crippling
Each
substance
time
addiction
that I
of Jim.
stop playing and I'm just
Rediscovering
listening
yourself
to his
through
voice,
fringe
I swear
religious
I want
groups
to
as
yawn.
Jim. And finally,
He has an
dying a
ASMR
slow
effect
death at
on
an
me.
old age, surrounded by members of your cult as Jim. Do you feel it in your soul? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
Yes, you see? What a thrill, what a rush. That was you. The button described you. Do it again, do it again.
Oh!
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money.
How
Let's
much?
take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Ah, I can get out. The fact that he knows that I'm named Jim. You heard Jim in the game.
I
They
suppose I
changed
could allow
the
only
things.
people named
The
Jim to
button
play
that
the
says
Stanley
Jim,
Parable
that's
2.
Jim.
That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Okay. Let's try this one. What is that?
An
Epilogue.
epilogue
I know.
would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes,
no.
yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
But yes. I want to play the rest first. A whole new office. Looks bad. Red is the new orange. No. The new updated ray traced more of the same but in a good way sequel to the Potagle. New features, new content, new ideas. Ah, I didn't see that. Something was written on the other side. Consistent quality with just the right amount of change. The baby is all grown up. Bankruptcy. Please, no screenshot. No, don't worry. Ah, there is a merch! What can we buy? I saw the new content. Stanley Parable 2. The end is never the end again. The t-shirt is the new best feature. They're back, $2. Okay, I have that. The button that says the name of the player. Okay, the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. Where is it? Jump circle, infinite all. Huh? What are all of these things? I can't jump anymore.
Well,
You're lying to me.
Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
I hate you. You made me think that I could jump again. Collectibles, free achievement, infinite. Oh. Can you find them? Can you find them? Collect them all.
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle
Again, I'm
the
playing to
intrinsic
2
joy of watching a
Pokemon
number
games
go up.
on
You
my phone
simply
only
collect
to have
all of
them all.
and then
So
you
I'm a
move
collector.
the hell on with your unremarkable life.
I can't get out anymore. What can I do? What do I have to do? Yes, I'm playing 2 Pocket. I couldn't go further, but I could... I don't understand. I'm trying to get out. I can't. I'm trying to go forwards, like right there. See, I'm going forwards. An eternity. It's taking an eternity. Collect them all. Again? Ah, but I can't. Now I can't go. But it's just 1 out of 6. Ah, maybe the other ones they are at other places.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
You didn't give me anything and I couldn't go back to collect more. You're a liar. Such a liar. Let's go for the infinite. Oh! What is that? Wait, what? 3 new but plus easy achievement. I can't believe it's that simple. It just works. Get it here. Oh, but if it's that simple, even me, I can have it. 3 achievement. Get yours right now. Pull the lever. Receive your new achievement. No more step. It just works. Get yours right now.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply...
No, because I
give you
never
the
did that, I
achievement.
think.
Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
I never did that on the original game. Never.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
No. So much. Okay, infinite all now.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Wait, before infinite all, what is that? No screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
We'll go with doors which are opening! Uh-oh. Get well someday. Step niece. The niece?
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get well someday it is.
Ferme ta gueule. Maybe I
Or
was
actually,
mad.
maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Okay, let's go to infinite all. Concrete contemplations. The holy money, how deep can we dig? Time, depths. Time like infinity, distant future, distant past, distant space-time, distant future, but... Opening rim, depth, surrounding area. Infinity all entrance. Infinite orchard. It just keeps going. I'm gonna
Stanley,
die for no
here's
reason.
an idea that I'm truly fond of.
I'm gonna
It's
die
never
for
been
no
done
reason.
before in a video game.
But I have
This
to
is,
try
in
it.
fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall
gonna die
until
for
the
no
end
reason.
of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
We're back at the office. You don't close the door behind me. Let's go! Let's take a jump! 1, 2, 3. Am I gonna see things at least during that
You
jump?
see, Isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so.
Oh,
Now
really? You
then,
want to make
since
me
you've
sleep
gotten to see
that much?
the
If you're
infinite hole, you
taking
can press the
me
teleport button
through
to
that
pop back up to the top,
mesmerizing
and we can continue
image?
onward.
Press G to return to the surface.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Ah, okay. Really? I got out. It was that easy to get out. Maybe I should have continued a little more into the infinite, or maybe I had access to something else. Jump in again. Like, really? I was wondering, maybe by waiting a little more, I would have seen something else?
Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole.
Is
It's
it?
exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I've prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you
But how
some
long
more
do I
of
need
them.
to wait if there
How
is
about
maybe
we
an
go
alternate
ahead
ending
and press
here?
that teleport button again, so we can get back to what's really important about...
Ah!
Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley.
Cigarettes?
I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long
Oh, yeah.
enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know, I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall
Meeting
forever?
at 2
The hole was
p.m.
plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
Just
Why
you.
don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that
Not
works for
even
you,
100
then go ahead
meters.
and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
You're not talking to me anymore.
Oh, for heaven...
Now you do.
I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not
Oh, yeah!
a normal person.
I don't
But
allow
yet
you.
That's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of...
Again?
Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did
It's
before.
shorter,
I mean,
yes.
Admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that
Every
not
pause
infinite.
button
Well, I suppose once
is
again
a
there's nothing to do
Roman
here. If you decide
numeral
you've had
2.
enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and
Just
come
the
join
two
me
of
up
us.
above.
Oh, just the two of us.
Had enough?
Each time it's
I'm
gonna
positively
be
thrilled.
shorter?
I really do have so much more to show you. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow.
Each time it's shorter.
Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that
You
the
make-
hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I
Clearly,
suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's
I'm
going
gonna
on
make
here?
it disappear.
Stanley, I have
I'm
no
gonna make it
explanation
disappear.
for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Ah, yes, please, because I can't jump.
Is the, teleport button not working?
And I can't jump.
You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
It's messing with me
Still
to punish
nothing?
me.
Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be
Because
with
the
hole,
game
I
knows
get to
that
do
I have no
literally
jump.
anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole Have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Is it for real? I have to restart? But if I restart, I'm going back at the beginning. If I restart, I have to go back at the beginning. Why did I go inside? Why did I go inside? Oh! It's going down. Oh! Is it an alternate end? I'm gonna die into that hole. I think that it's the best musical theme that we had since the beginning. Change your perception. I can switch the musics. Oh no. H? I'm making music, you know, I'm making a clip. I can change things. Change yourself? Oh?
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley!
I was having fun!
It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so
That was so great!
fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Let me go back to my game. Can I go back? Can I go back to being a teacher? Oh no. I'm gonna go back to the beginning. Ah no. That's great. Okay.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Okay, what I didn't do... where is the map? Would appreciate the map. Okay, the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. It's where? Ah! It's that?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true.
As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive
metaphor,
dissonance
right?
while
That
the
bucket.
bucket is in your arms.
Once again.
And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you
Where's the
feel
loss?
it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already
Can
be
I do
sweeping
something
through
with
your
it?
body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it
A
has
bucket?
made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable too.
I'm gonna get out with the bucket! Now I'm gonna have the bucket with me all along. Oh fuck. So I didn't do the epilogue and the exit. But they both seem like an end. Let's do the exit first. I have it right there. The fact that I'm doing it with my bucket, I can't take the exit. Ah no, I can take the exit. I was not on the right place. Let's take the exit. Exit or epilogue first? What do you think? Or maybe the epilogue first? Because right there I'm getting out. Maybe I should do the epilogue first. The fact that I have that bucket with me now, I'm tired. Here. Epilogue is here. Huh? I went up. Settings World Champion. Ah, in fact, it was that. Are you fucking kidding me? The epilogue, I had nothing. Settings World Champion, I have nothing. Guys, is it logical that these two things are not activated? Do I need to do something with my bucket for them to activate? To be activated? Nothing is happening. I'm at the epilogue, nothing is happening. And if I'm continuing, I'm going there and I'm out. And the champion thing, in fact, I can't open it. Yes, I walked straight out. Ah, but that's it. I missed my opportunity to listen to that story. And right there, the setting words champion, I can't open the door. That is normal. You heard the dialogue. But no, because I got out too fast. The world champion requires you to set every settings option to every option. Up to you. I didn't understand a word you said. Requires you to set every settings option to every option? You mean for my settings? Every settings option to every option? To change everything, but I'm never gonna remember how to have everything back. Okay, let's go for the exit. Beep boodoo. Did I do the K? Infinite. Oh, yes, I did. I did! And we turned into a DJ. I was such a good DJ. The fact that you
All
blocked
right.
me.
Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
That's my suitcase. Can I take it? Apparently not. That's me! I'm a good looking boy. Like that at least. No screenshots. Can I leave my bucket here, please? Like, oof. Well, you're waiting
So,
for me?
Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work.
The
There's
best
definitely a good
seats.
game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features
wait, I
together,
didn't take the
and
best
we'll see
seat.
whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Here. Here it's the best seat.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is.
Here.
I
No.
give you
Here.
the Stanley Parable 2. Well,
Can I go?
I mean, there's
I have
potential
things
here, right?
that I can
It's
collect.
Sort of. Okay, never mind. Hold on.
Can I go?
Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
I need
Who
to
am I kidding,
collect
Stanley?
those things. Let me
This
go.
isn't a coherent video
me
game at all. It's a
go,
lot
let me
of
go.
gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
The jump circle.
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
I'm gonna go back. Guys! Is it for real? It's for real? I'm gonna go back at the beginning.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly
I want to rewatch it just in case something is gonna change. Like,
was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
number 2?
Something he would never
So we're
quite
gonna have
forget.
different endings and
He
all
had
if
been
we
at
are
his desk for
replaying
nearly an
tweets?
hour when he realized that not one
Do you think
single
that I'm gonna
order
keep my
had
bucket?
arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions.
Oh, I have the balloons! Because
Or
of what I
even
chose,
say
I have,
hi.
in fact,
Never
the
in
other
all
balloons.
his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
We're back. Guys, we're back. Guys, I'm wondering, it's almost midnight. Is it not the right time, in fact, to finish the session here for tonight and to begin again on Friday?
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Crazy.